Hello everybody, this is Sherlock Nelson from Energetic Gaming. Welcome to my best and worst of E3 2015. E3 has just finished and there have been some good news, there have been some bad news, and there have been simple news. Things that I don't care about. And today we're going to look at the things that I care about and the best and worst of those. I'm gonna tell it right now. There is no Nintendo news. I just don't care about Nintendo games. I'm sorry. If you are here only for Nintendo news, go away, because I've seen also the coverage that some people have done, and let's focus on these ones. They're not in order, they're very random actually, but let's start. So, talking about the best. South Park, The All But Fractured, has been announced. I really like South Park The Stick of Truth, and this looks like a hilarious game. I can't wait for it to be released. It's coming out next year and it looks really promising, so 2 thumbs up for it. Next up is Fallout 4. We got some more gameplay footage. It actually looks really better than I expected, because I'm a Fallout New Vegas fan more than a Fallout 3 fan. And this looks really good actually, but I'm not really into the whole safe house thing that they've created, but it's optional, it's not obligatory, you don't have to do it, so I don't think I'm gonna spend much time on it, but it looks really promising, and I'm not surprised that many people are pre-ordering it right now, only to have the Peak Boy pre-order bonus, so yeah. Next up is the Xbox compatibility. Now you can play all their Xbox games. Of course, they had to announce which games you can actually play, but it's a nice little feature. They should have added it in the first place, but better late than never. So many people are actually wanting to play Red Dead Redemption. If you're not gonna get a remaster, at least you're gonna get it right now. And talking about remasters, Gears of War, as many other games are being remastered right now, but Gears of War, the complete collection, is actually coming for Xbox One and PC. Which is actually really good news. Had it been only for Xbox One, it would have been on my worst list, because it's just another remaster. But in this case, we're having older games also for PC, which is a great news, and I think they should do it for most of these games, because why not? You have a bigger audience this way, you have more people that buy them, so it's a smart move, Microsoft, smart move. Next up, Final Fantasy VII Remake. They're officially remaking it after the 2005, I think, tech demo. They're remaking it and it looks amazing. I like I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy fan. I like Final Fantasy VII, but it's a little outdated, especially graphically. So if they make the exact same game, but they change the graphics only, that's completely fine for me. And a lot of people are agreeing with me, because it's not the best looking game today. Next up is Dishonored 2. It's been announced also by Bethesda, and it looks interesting. Some people say that you're actually going to play also as Corvo. You're playing as Emily, but you're going to play also as Corvo. It's okay. I mean, I really liked the first Dishonored. This looks really good as well. A nice different setting. It's brighter. It looks more like a European city, unlike a depressing dystopian future. And yeah. Looks interesting enough. It's still a cinematic trailer, so we don't know how the actual game's gonna look like, but it's better than nothing. Then we have Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Looks promising enough. When they first announced that they were gonna make a sequel to Mirror's Edge a few years back, I really didn't care as much, because I wasn't the biggest fan of the original. It had an interesting concept, but a really poor execution, and it was very linear. But this one is going to be an open world game, and that's the smartest move that they could have made. So I can't wait to try it out. Also, we have some new footage for Just Cause 3, which looks amazing. I can't wait for it to come out. And then last but not least, Rising Storm 2 Vietnam has been announced. I'm a big Rising Storm fan and Red Orchestra 2 fan. And this looks really good. I like that they're changing the setting from World War II to Vietnam. I think the gameplay would work really well, especially if they improve and tweak some things. I'm a big fan of the franchise, so I can't wait to try this one out. And that's pretty much it for the best and most interesting news to me. There was also the Doom for gameplay. I didn't really care much about it. Looks fine, I guess. But yeah, best things. And it was a great E3 actually. One of my favorites in the past 4 or 5 years. They announced some really good things. But there are some worse, some really worse things than some crappy reveals. And here are the worst news in my opinion. Also in random order. First of all, a new Hitman game has been announced. I love Hitman, okay? Hitman Blood Money was one of my favorite games of all time. I also really enjoyed Hitman Absolution, it's like an 8 out of 10 for me. But this one, I don't care about it. It's coming out this year. We still have to see some gameplay footage. This shows some in-game footage, but it looks really scripted. I don't know, I don't care about it. It's been released this year, so it's not going to make much money, because there are a shit ton of other games being released. It's just not a smart move by Square Enix, and I won't buy it until it goes on sale in 1 or 2 years. So that's a bummer, but what can you do about it? Then we have Rise of the Tomb Raider. I loved the remake of Tomb Raider of 2013, I guess. I don't care about this one as well. I watched all the trailers that they released. It looks not interesting. They didn't show many things to keep me entertained, to keep me wondering how is it going to be. I just watched the gameplay. The gameplay footage that they showed is just her climbing up in a really scripted part of the game. So that wasn't a smart move. Unlike the Uncharted 4 trailers, which are more action-packed, this one was a little weak and I don't care about it. Also, Dark Souls 3 has been announced. Dark Souls 1, many people love it. Dark Souls 2, less people love it. I find it really good games, but we don't need another Dark Souls game, especially right now. We've just had Bloodborne, just released Bloodborne for PC, and we're gonna be all happy, okay? Because Dark Souls 3, really? What are you gonna do different from the other times, huh? You're gonna improve certain parts but destroy other parts? I don't think it's a smart move. I think you should have waited 2 or 3 years before announcing it. It's too early. It's really too early for it to be released. Also, yes, there will be more remastered games that have been announced. I don't care about them. And last but not least, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I don't know what to think of this game. It looks like a boring game. From the footage that we've seen, it doesn't look like an Assassin's Creed game. They've been improving over the years, I think, but after Assassin's Creed 4, it's been going downhill since then. Because Assassin's Creed 3 I actually really like. Assassin's Creed 4 is my favorite. Then we have Rogue, which was okay. Then we have Unity, which had many problems. I'm not talking about the bugs. The actual game wasn't really all that great. And then this one looks, I like the setting, but after this I think, where are we going to go? What are the other possibilities? I think the franchise has reached its peak, and it's going to go downhill, and it's not going to stop. They have to think of something actually new. Maybe they have to take 1 or 2 years off from the franchise. Maybe make some games like Assassin's Creed China, which was really good in my opinion. Make some more little games like this. You can develop them in less time. You can focus on a big game and develop it for 2 or 3 years. Take your time. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna buy the game this year. I'm gonna wait for some sales or maybe for some reviews. Maybe everyone's gonna say, no, it's actually a really great game, unlike Unity. We're gonna wait and see. So this was my best and worst of E3 2015. There will be many other news, many indie games announced, many more gameplay footages. These are just the things that I really liked and that I really disliked. So tell me your favorite things in the comments below. Tell me if you disagree with me on certain parts. Maybe you don't want a Final Fantasy VII remake. Maybe you actually like Dark Souls 3 or Rise of the Tomb Raider. that's fine, okay? So tell me what you think in the comments below, and see you in the next video.